YouTube, it's Mama Doe John. Welcome back to my part 2 of this series. I just posted the first part of this earlier today, prepping for Thanksgiving. This is now the second part. We're just going to jump right back in, start where I left off. If you haven't seen the first video, go to my channel. It was the last video posted, so check that out. And now we're going to continue prepping for Thanksgiving in this video. I have all the casseroles done that need made today, so now we're just going to move on and work on the pies. It is the afternoon. I'm going to try to finish up these pies as soon as possible, but they are the two things that are like the longest process because I am making them from scratch. I want to start with the pecan pies. Okay, so I double my pie recipes, so I'm going to try to make this as accurate as possible for you guys, but 2 cups of white sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar, a little sprinkle of salt, 1 cup of corn syrup, and then I am just going to mix that together as, but wait, no, I added butter in. I'm sorry guys, I suck at this recipe thing, but probably 1 cup of butter. Then I stir that up, set it to the side once it's all kind of gooey like that. And then I'm going to move over to my pie crust, which I made earlier today and chilled, so it's ready to be rolled out. And then I'm going to take my rolling pin, lightly roll it, that's the tip, go really soft, and then switch directions and lightly roll it again, just like that. And then I'm going to attempt to put it in my pie pan. I can never get a perfect circle, so I just kind of go around and fix it with my hands afterwards. Nothing in my life is perfect. And then I'm going to add pecans in while Charlotte is in the background rolling her own pie crust. And it's just pretty much a single layer of pecans filling the entire bottom of the pie crust. And then I'm going to like put extra pie crust along the edges to try and make an edge because I never have you guys, I suck at pie crust. But anyways, make like the worm thing like you do with Play-Doh and then put it around the edge. Then I'm going to go pinch it with my fingers, just like that, to make it decorative, but also to make the pie crust stick to the rest of the pie crust that I added on. And then I'm going to take that gooey sugar corn syrup mixture, put it over the top of the pecans, and then place them in the oven on 350 for about 40 minutes. So also a little explanation here. I am making extra pecan pies because I'm going to drop one off with my parents and one off with my boyfriend's family so they can enjoy the pies as well. Now that the pecan pies are done and cooling, we're going to move on to the pumpkin pies. Okay, so I actually saved this pumpkin meat from a pumpkin that I carved out earlier this year. And I am just bringing it to like a boil on the stove, a simmer, I guess. And then I'm going to puree it with this puree thing. I don't know what it is. It's a pureer, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, just puree the pumpkin up as best I can as it's being cooked. And then it'll turn into this mixture. Then I just add in a good shaking of pumpkin spice. It's literally a pumpkin pie spice. Mix that into the pumpkin while it's still hot because I feel like it really gets the flavor in really good then. And then just set it to the side while it cools off. While it cools off, I'm going to crack 4 eggs because like I said, I do double of all of these recipes. So 2 eggs if you're just doing a single pie. And then whip up the eggs really good, as much as I can. Get them all like nice and whisked up. And then I'm going to add in 2 things of evaporated milk. If you're making 1 pie, just do 1 thing, 1 can of evaporated milk. And then a cup of brown sugar. And then I'm going to add in 2 cups of my pumpkin pie mixture. I added in 4 cups because I doubled the recipe. And then I'm going to, once again, try to stir it in. I feel like if you stir all these in one by one as you add each ingredient, it really gets it to where you don't have to use an actual blender, which I don't have. And then I'm going to pour that pumpkin pie mixture that I just made into the pie crust, filling it pretty much entirely to the top. You can see that little shadow at the bottom going up. So pretty much to the top of the pie pan. Bake at 350. And the pumpkin pies are done. Oh my gosh. So much work. So a little bit of an explanation. This was an all-day process for me because I only cook 1 thing at a time. If I get doing everything all at once, I get super overwhelmed. I start to get really stressed out. Usually something burns, so just focusing on 1 thing at a time really helps keep me focused, making sure that I'm getting things cooked correctly. I'm not messing things up. I'm not missing measurements. I'm not forgetting ingredients. I'm not cooking things too long. So I focus on 1 thing at a time, finish that thing up, put it in the fridge, freezer, whatever it needs to go in, and then move on to the next thing. So all of these things were just done 1, 1, 1, 1. And now I'm finished up. It's about 3:30. I'm gonna go finish up some work and then relax the rest of the day. And tomorrow for Thanksgiving, I'm gonna be back on with you guys to show you how I finish up everything, how everything all comes together, and how Charlotte and I just relax and enjoy our Thanksgiving day. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.